Hey there, and welcome to the introductory episode of Branding the Experience, where we delve into how businesses and organizations can create environments where employees actually want to come to work and customers want to keep coming back. But first, a little bit about me, your host for Branding the Experience. My name is Ken Bader, and I'm the founder of Bader Training and Consulting. I founded that firm about 15 years ago, and I've had the distinct pleasure to work with hundreds of different businesses in different industries throughout this country. And one of the things that I find that's almost always the case is that the experience for the customer, client, member, whoever we want to call them, is actually many times as or even more important than the actual product or service that we're offering. Case in point, I love to eat. Those that know me sure as heck know that. And I eat at restaurants quite a bit. And one of the things that I found, and I've asked restaurant owners, caterers, food service experts, and they've agreed with me, is that I will find myself continually going back to an establishment that has maybe average or maybe even mediocre food, but has given me a phenomenal experience. Either the service is outstanding, or the TVs are just where they need to be, or the ambiance is great, or maybe it's a combination thereof. But it's very, very rare that I'll go back to a place that has given me phenomenal food, but a less than meets expectations experience. So branding the experience is really the key. Another case in point, an example, I'm about to change my insurance provider, and I'm probably going to end up paying just a little bit more than I'm paying now. But why am I willing to do that? Well, because frankly, the experience with my current insurance provider has not been a positive one. They haven't followed up on certain aspects. They don't get back to me on a timely basis, and they simply raise my rates for no reason. So I don't mind my rates being raised, but I want a certain experience with that, and that's one of them is to actually return my phone call. So branding the experience is a really key idea, and you may be asking, how do we brand the experience? Well, we start with the creation of the B plus C plus S formula. This is the recent book that I came out with and published, and some of you may have already figured out or may have even read the book and know that B plus C plus S stands for simply brand, culture, and strategy. In other words, what's the image we want to portray out in the public? What's the experience that we want to create both for and through our employees? And how do we drive more of the right business to our business? And you may ask yourself, well, how did this guy come up with B plus C plus S formula or branding the experience? Well, in short, it probably is because I'm just like you. I have trouble getting it right at first. In fact, when I first started to come up with these concepts of branding the experience and then later the B plus C plus S formula, it was probably in the late 90s, early 2000s when I was working a corporate job. And one of the things that I found is, there were so many good resources and books and seminars out there. I would rush to go to a seminar on empowerment, and then I would read a book about re-engineering, and then I would read an article, great article on leadership and team building, and I would think, okay, terrific. These all have really, really good points, but how do I make all of those things fit together? And what eventually came is this idea, the B plus C plus S formula, and that's what helps us to brand the experience not only for our customers, clients, and members, but just as important, maybe even more important, is branding the experience for our employees. So throughout our show, we'll be talking about different examples, not only from the book, but also from case studies from businesses that I've worked with, case studies of businesses that I've just learned from. And then occasionally we'll also have some guests on the show, some business owners, managers, executives, entrepreneurs that actually are putting the branding the experience idea in action. Whether they actually consciously understand that they're branding the experience or just simply doing so instinctually and getting it done in a good manner. So thank you for joining me a little bit today. I'm Ken Bader, the host of Branding the Experience, and I'm inviting you to join me every week for an episode of Branding the Experience so that we can help you to create the experience that your customers, clients, members, and employees need on a daily basis. Have a great day.